Welcome to Betwise Academy. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the Fibonacci sequence, its history, and how you can apply it to your roulette strategy. But before we get started, if you want to be kept up to date with more insightful tips and strategies, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, triumph emerges from relentless and unwavering dedication. The Fibonacci sequence was introduced to the West by Leonardo Fibonacci in his 1202 book, Liber Abaci. This sequence, where each number is the sum of the two preceding ones, appears throughout nature, in art, and even in financial markets. And today we will apply it to roulette and see if it can help us win. The sequence starts with 0 and 1. Each subsequent number is the sum of the two before it. So it goes 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and so on. This simple yet powerful sequence has intrigued mathematicians and scientists for centuries. Now, how can we use this sequence in roulette? The Fibonacci betting system is a progressive strategy. You start by betting a single unit, aka 1. If you lose, you move to the next number in the sequence. If you win, you move back 2 numbers in the sequence or to the single unit. This system is designed to recoup losses and make a profit with fewer wins. So, using the sequence and a table, we can see what the bet amounts look like depending on your starting balance. Let's see a live example. In this instance, we have sped up the video in the interest of time. Firstly, we are playing on a single zero table. We have other gameplay sessions using double zero later in the video. We've set a few guidelines to keep things organized. Time limit. Each session is capped at 10 minutes, so we'll see how many spins we can fit into that time frame. Starting balance. We're kicking off with $5,000. Bet size. Each bet is $100, which is 2% of our total bankroll. This gives us some room for a few losses. Betting strategy. We'll stick to betting on red for simplicity, aiming for the closest 50/50th bet available. Tracking. We have captured a graph on the bottom left-hand corner that shows how our balance was tracked against our bet size. So the Fibonacci sequence dictates that you start by betting 1 unit. If you lose, you bet 1 unit again. If you lose again, you bet 2 units next. Continue following the sequence 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. If you win at any point, you move back 2 steps in the sequence. As you can see from the video, the first 10 to 15 spins weren't very eventful. We won some, lost some, so bounce between 1 and 2 units. At spin 15, things started to get interesting, and we started facing a few consecutive losses. We ended up getting to a point where we were betting $500 hands. Luckily for us, that $500 hand was a winner, which brought our balance back up. Following that hand, as per the strategy, we went back 2 steps, which meant 2 unit hands. We end up hitting a few wins in a row, following the sequence of losses, and we get our balance back up over $5,000, from spins 20 to 40. We continue to hit some and lose some single unit bets. But the trend looking at the graph was that we were slowly building our balance up by 1 unit, which in this case was $100 at a time. At spin 40, this is where things started to get very interesting, and you can see the pros and cons of the Fibonacci system in play in these few hands. We face 4 losses in a row, which forces us to bet $500 hands. We receive some temporary relief with it hitting. So, our following hand ended up being a more manageable 2 units, $200. From here you can see on the video, we faced another sequence of 4 losses, forcing $300 bets, $500 bets, $800 bets, then our biggest bet of the session, $1,300 bets. So we faced 8 losses with 1 win during that sequence. And you can see that with this progressive system, it means if you face a long string of losses, your bankroll really takes a hit. We were fortunate enough that our one hand at $1,300, which pulled our balance all the way down to around $2,000, actually hit. So we ended back at where we started, at $5,000. Right in that moment, you can see one of the pros of the system is that when you do hit eventually, your bet stake is big enough to recoup the losses. Following that sequence of events, the next few hands hit, and we finished the session with $5,700, a total of 14% gain. Some of the pros for the Fibonacci system are easy to follow. The Fibonacci sequence is simple and straightforward, making it great for beginners. Lower risk. Unlike other systems, you don't need to double your bet after a loss, which helps protect your bankroll. Less aggressive, compared to other progressive betting strategies, like the martingale. It helps to limit losses and doesn't require exponential betting increases. Chance to break even. A win after a series of losses can help you recover what you've lost and possibly make a small profit. However, with any system, there are downsides. House edge remains. The system doesn't change the house advantage, so the casino still has the edge in the long run and doesn't guarantee a win small profits. Even if you recover your losses, the wins are usually small, so it takes a lot of wins to see big gains. Losing streaks hurt. Long losing streaks can still eat up your bankroll. Tracking can be tricky. Keeping track of the sequence and your bets can get confusing, especially without a good system for noting everything down. To improve your chances with the Fibonacci system, we suggest some practical tips. Set your limits. Decide ahead of time how much you want to win and how much you're willing to lose. This helps you avoid chasing losses and keeps you disciplined. Begin with small bets. Start with the smallest bet the table allows. This gives you more room to follow the sequence before hitting the table limits. Stick to even money bets. The Fibonacci system works best with bets that have nearly a 50-50 chance, like red-black, odd-even, or higher-low. Be patient and consistent. Follow the sequence exactly without skipping numbers or jumping ahead. Consistency is crucial for the system to work. Don't chase losses. If you reach your loss limit, stop playing. Chasing losses usually leads to bigger losses and frustration. Remember the house edge. No betting system can beat the house edge. Use the Fibonacci system to manage your money and enjoy the game, not as a surefire way to win. Ultimately, remember that triumph emerges from relentless and unwavering dedication. Let's recap the key points. The Fibonacci strategy uses a sequence of numbers to determine your betting amounts. It's designed to help you recover losses gradually. Applying it to roulette, you increase your bet following the Fibonacci sequence after a loss and go back on the sequence by 2 steps after a win. Pros include a structured approach and potential for loss recovery. Cons are the risk of hitting table limits and needing a substantial bankroll. Out of interest, what we have done is run this system across 5 varying sessions and games. This is to show the potential ups and downs. Similar guidelines were applied. 10-minute session, 2% of our bankroll per spin, only playing red. You can see 3 out of the 5 games were profitable. 1 was a loss and 1 was a break-even. Overall, we are positive from our balance. If you found this video helpful, hit the subscribe button and join our community for more expert tips and strategies. Thanks for watching and good luck at the tables. Don't forget to subscribe to BetWise Academy. Triumph emerges from relentless and unwavering dedication.